Hi, welcome to episode 12 of our podcast. Today we were tackling SEO myths. Lots happening in the SEO world, a continuous drive into how we're going to shoehorn AI into SEO. What's it going to mean for established ways of working? Is it a risk? Is it going to empower? Is it dead? In fact, we'll start with that.
Is SEO dead?
Yeah, is SEO dead?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Absolutely not.
SEO, no.
SEO, no. No, it really isn't. If you just look at the amount of search volume that is going through Google on a daily basis and compare that to the amount of AI search that's happening, it's like nearly 400 times smaller. I think the last stat that I've seen, and when we're talking at those numbers, it's huge. Don't get me wrong. ChatGPT being the biggest AI in the room is gaining ground rapidly. But it's not at Google proportions yet. There's still a huge proportion of the global world, internet world out there that isn't using AI or doesn't understand what ChatGPT is or doesn't know how to, interact with it or what the purpose of it is in their daily life. So I think there's a kind of a bit of an ecosphere, whatever you want to call it, going on at the moment, where you've got people who are in digital, who are in tech, or who are in business are like, oh yeah, this is the best thing since sliced bread, therefore it's going to take over. It isn't. It probably will do. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't. But it's not at the point where we need to panic and throw traditional SEO out the window, because that's just going to hurt business. It's going to hurt your bookings. It's going to hurt your website rankings. It's just not going to be good for business. So the flip side, follow-on point to that as well. The biggest signals in SEO, traditional SEO, are very, very similar to the signals that AI are using. It's content-based. It's authority-based. So I think something like 24%, the largest proportion of SEO juice you can get comes from content. Traditional SEO, that is.
Okay.
That's still a huge factor.
That's massive.
Yeah, it's still a huge factor. AI is using exactly the same thing. So there are tweaks, there are differences, obviously. But if you're producing relevant, regular, fresh content that is original with thought-provoking ideas, you're going to be relevant both for traditional SEO with Google and Bing, but also with AI as well. And again, a lot of that comes down to domain authority, people backlinking back to your site because you've got something relevant and fresh and good to say.
Okay, let's go off-piste.
Off-piste. Oh.
Let's go off-piste for a small amount of time. So traditional SEO isn't dead. Is it dying? Are we moving more towards AIEO? In fact, if we do universal artificial intelligence engine optimization, we can get all the vowels. UAIEO.
Okay, Farmer McDonald.
No. And by that I mean, and it's really interesting this actually, eventually I think people move more to a conversational model as AI becomes more embedded in their lives. So you're going to less based on going to an engine asking keywords, a keyword-based search where you're going to have ads and then organic content at the bottom. When people move towards more into these conversational models, we'll take GPT as an example because just for ease of conversation, if I ask GPT, my wife and I are going to New York, and this week, what's the best romantic hotel to go to? And it gives me information based on the data it's been trained on. How do paid marketers insert themselves into that process? Or are we moving away now from a demonstrable ROI with text and text and image ads into more organic conversational search results? Is SEO dying?
No, I think in short, to answer your question, no, I don't think it is. I do need to say that if you asked AI what's the best romantic hotels in New York, it will know you and give you the cheapest ones. It's that smart now.
You've got to watch the pennies. You've got to watch the pennies. You've met my wife.
I, for one, applaud that. Hurrah, AI.
Boy,
yeah, indeed. No, I think a lot of this, these comments that we're seeing on LinkedIn and various, they're clickbait. I mean, I've used them myself as well. Obviously, SEO is dying. No, it isn't. I think there was a post that I put out recently. It's transitioning. It's changing. But look at SEO itself. Over the last 15 years, SEO has changed massively. So you could say that original SEO is dead. And new SEO, long live the SEO king, you know.
Question for the viewers: who here remembers keyword stuffing your website with all your keywords in the same color as your background color?
Exactly.
Right at the bottom of your page in H1 or H2.
And then Google said that was a no-no, so you had to put them out. So you ended up having these keyword clouds because you had to, you know, it was detecting it was in the same color, so you had to have these keyword clouds. There's an evolution. Then, you know, as we've mentioned here, Google's moved more and more away from keywords specifically. They're still incredibly important.
If you do remember these, how is your back feeling this morning? Have you done your stretches? Because it's going to catch up with you.
Actually, I haven't.
I feel it all the time.
Yeah, for me, no, it's not. It's just a constant evolution. You know, we're just moving platforms. It's a very simple premise. SEO specialists out there are not going to suddenly become redundant overnight. They're going to change. The smart ones are going to change. They're going to evolve. They're going to move to the next practice. And I'd argue that most SEOs are the smart ones in any case, because they live in one of the biggest changing marketing fields out there. And more importantly, they don't get told the rules, because Google don't frigging tell you. They'll just, we've made a core update. Oh, shit. Great. What have they done? We've got a backwards engineer. Yeah. Right, okay. Yeah, we've got a backwards engineer. Like, there was recent news in the SEO world is that they are they're now telling raters, people, you know, rating and the algorithms that are rating content on the internet, if it's AI generated or perceived to be purely AI generated with little to no value, i.e. you've just gone and say, write me a digital marketing blog about hotels, and whatever generic spaff comes out of AI, that is given the lowest content marker.
Is it penalising, or is it just giving a low marker, do you know?
Well, yeah, that is penalising, so it's not promoting it. So Google penalises by not promoting it on so by giving it the lowest marker, yes, it is penalizing it essentially. So but again, this moves into the next argument, because you got the naysayers out there, you can't use AI for SEO anymore. Absolute rubbish. Yes, you can, but people need to make the distinction between exclusively using AI to come up with all of the ideas, generate the content, and you have zero input, basically sloppy and lazy digital marketing. Or you actually use AI as a tool. You give it the idea. You actually ideate with. I hate that word, but you ideate with You ideate with the AI, with ChatGPT or whatever it would be, or come up with different things. You use it for a search mechanism, or go and find other articles out there that you want to either use as reference points, bring it in, then add your own thoughts to it, your own research, your own dynamic to it, and get it to write it. That's perfectly acceptable. In fact, it's a very good use of the tool. It's, you know, I've often equated AI, especially in SEO terms, it's like Microsoft Word or the typewriter. Yeah. Okay. They are either the vehicle of absolute crap content or Shakespeare. But you can't blame Microsoft Word. You can only blame the person that's giving it the input.
You can't blame the output on the tool.
Exactly. Yeah. Bad workman blames the tool. AI is exactly the same. It's just a really, really sophisticated tool. Incredibly sophisticated by comparison. But it's the same principle.
Interesting. Interesting. Have you ever been called an interesting tool or a sophisticated tool?
I've been called a tool,
By me, probably today.
But not interesting or sophisticated.
Okay, let's talk about one of the things that our team has asked us to touch on very quickly. Title tag optimization is the holy grail of SEO.
It's holy shit. No, it's not.
It's not the grail. So you did a great piece of research on SEO on our website available, which basically cut the impact of SEO into a pie chart and showed which factors had the greatest impact. And I think people will be surprised by those.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, and I think whilst title tags surprisingly do carry a tremendous amount of weight. I think something like 14% of the overall SEO juice. It's not the be all and end all.
Okay.
We've seen a lot of SEO agencies coming in saying, oh yeah, we'll sort out your on-page technicals. Well, if you add up all of the on-page technical work that they're going to do and they tinker with the title tags, the most it's going to come to is about 21% of the overall SEO juice that you can get.
Right.
The biggest aspect of this is content. That's about 24%.
Okay.
Backlinking, about 13%. Then you've got niche expertise and user engagement. You add all of those together, plus the title tags, just the title tags that I mentioned there, that's about 3/4 of your SEO. Okay. All in that. But you'll notice when you look at all, I forget what the exact number is, it's something like 65-35 in favour of content versus on-page technical. So if an agency walks up to you now and says, "Oh, I'll fix all your on-page technical. Here you go. Your SEO is going to be perfect. It's going to be the best. You're going to get to the number one spot." Mm-hmm. I want to be asking questions: what number one spot? What keyword is it going to be relevant? And two, how can it be when there's just 35% of the juice that it's going to give us? Bottom line, you have to invest in content.
Okay. Now is a really good time to plug the SEO white paper. So by the time this goes out, hopefully, by the time this podcast episode goes out, there'll be the second annual currently?
Well, it's biannual at the moment because I didn't have the energy in 2024.
Okay. Second in a series, a non-committal series of white papers on the state of SEO within the hospitality industry. We'll be able to explain whether or not the state has gone up or down. Are we getting better as an industry? Are we getting worse? And what is the impact of AI and how is it impacting the SEO results?
Spoiler, we're getting worse.
Okay, but you should read it. You should definitely read and download it because there is more than that. We spent a lot of money on putting together a nice PDF. So please download and read the PDF. Anything else?
Yeah, we should edit that bit out then. Have I done a...
We keep it in.
Have I done a Tom Holland there and just given away the
ending
plot of Spider-Man?
Yeah. He dies. Thanks for joining us. Bye.